I built that company, no investors, didn't raise any money, and I just exited for $1 billion valuation. I had no information, dude. I had nothing, no one tell me nothing. And I know there's a lot of stuff on social media. There's so much incoming information that one can get confused. I was one that used to get so distracted. And when you're so distracted, you're preoccupied on everything else, the main thing, the process. Everyone asks me, Bobby, how did you do it? What can I do? And I keep going back to, we are so distracted as entrepreneurs that we have one idea after another idea. We never stick to something, and we're so all over the place. And what worked for me, I was so focused, man. I had blinkers on. I was not distracted on social media. I was not distracted on the internet. I wasn't distracted on another idea. I have no motives. I only have pure good intentions. I don't do this for a living. I am this wacky person that truly cares. First, you got to get yourself right. That means your household, everyone has to be aligned. Me and my wife, we've been married now 29 years, together 30 years. Bobby, how do you do it? This is how it works. This is how it works. And I tell every entrepreneur. And I don't agree with the ones that say you got to have a fine balance. Work is work, and when you get home, you got to turn it off and you got to put your other hat on.
Man, that's hard. That's hard.
Let me tell you, Sophie and I, we are 24/7 about creating our legacy. It starts in the morning and it ends when we go to sleep. It's 24/7, and it's so beautiful because we're aligned with the same wants, needs. Because imagine having a business, going home, and if your spouse or husband, boyfriend or girlfriend is not aligned with your same goals, you're not going to have a conversation. It's just going to be a lot of friction, misunderstanding, and that's a distraction alone. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to start business, or if you're in business, make sure your household is fully aligned. Everyone, your children, your wife, sit down like having a board meeting and saying, listen, this is 24/7. We are going to go for it for the next 10 years because it doesn't happen in 1 month. Or you're wasting and burning your non-refundable minutes complaining, being miserable. Distractions. I made a fortune from being so focused, and I had to release myself from even beautiful family members, man. My father had 15 kids. There's a lot of passion in there, a lot of chaos, but I had to move on from the chaos. They were all beautiful. I love my family so much, but I couldn't get distracted because I couldn't go in the workforce place with this negativity of all the complaining that we're so broke. I kept looking at the top, ignoring the middle part. And then I started realizing point A to B, just let me get a quarter there. Let me get a tenth of there.
Exactly.
And when I started applying that, the results came instantly for me. But then I made the big mistakes where it was all about me, and I wasn't able to scale. And I started realizing, my gosh, let me start surrounding myself with people that made up for my weaknesses. And I just focused on my fuel. You're wasting so many of your non-refundable minutes, wasted so much energy. Focus on not getting distracted, dial in, be focused about results. Look at that mountain we talked about. Just one step at a time. When you get results, you get attention.
What would you say is the number one advice from you to them?
Go grab the book, and if you read this book, read it again. And I promise you, every time you read this book, it gets better. The secret is, it was a life changer for me. Every time I read the book, I get value from it. It's something that Bobby, you got to give me more than that. No, it's all about yourself. Read that book. It's such an easy read, but when you read it, surrender to it. Don't give up on it. Meaning after that first chapter, oh my God, this is boring. This has nothing to do with Ferraris. This is no DJs. This is no popping bottles. Stay with it. It'll change your life like it changed my life. If I didn't meet the people, the right people, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Bobby, how did you meet the right people? First, you have to delete some people out of your life. Beautiful people, but people that already have the same information you have, and you're all stuck. So you might as well say, time out, Bobby, I'm moving on, and start surrounding yourself with new, like this new chapter I'm in. I just sold my business my entire life. I am in a new book now. So I want to meet brand new people that have information I don't have. I'm seeing so many people that want to be a millionaire. They want to get there tomorrow. And I'm telling everybody, it starts at your job. It starts getting another job. And when I speak on social media, I'm speaking to the Bobby of the Castros that are working at the forklift in the warehouse. That's where my heart is for the folks that are really stuck. I'm not talking to the ones that are making $10 million a year. You know what you're doing, keep doing it, and God bless you. I'm talking about the individuals that are swimming around stuck, that are complaining that they can't get ahead. The rich only get richer, and all the stuff that I used to say and think too, including my family. And I'm telling you, you're wasting so much energy. It's all about yourself. The only way you're going to get out of this jam and all those
change.
bills is massive change. And how you do massive change, disconnect from everybody. Time out. Everybody. Massive, radical change. Now, if you're not willing to do that, you're never going to get there. It all comes to yourself. That's where the starting point is, yourself.
And your message is also, right, that
Anybody,
can do it,
dude.
right? Anybody can do it.
I hate when I argue with a lot of great people that I look up to.
Yeah.
They say they disagree with me on this, and I don't know what your viewpoint is. Bobby, you're either born with it or not. You were born with that magic. That's not true. And I'm telling you, personally, I didn't speak until I was 7 years old. I was shy. I was an introvert. I should not be sitting here. And if I did it, anybody can do it. Commerce, a prime example.
Yeah.
Why are some individuals like yourself and others so successful? I'm selling the same type of product. I'm doing the same type of industry. But man, everyone else is doing good except me. Do you think the problem could be you?
It could be.
I mean, in my business, we were the most expensive on the block, very picky for customers, but we were the leader. Why? What were we doing different than our competitors not doing? And it all comes out to leadership. I guarantee you, I'm so obsessed about not getting distracted because I know I am one that gets distracted easy. And us entrepreneurs, oh my God, I have an idea. Oh, I got another idea. You can stack ideas and you don't do nothing. I always say, what is the motive of information you're listening to? What do they want from you? They're telling you what you want to hear, or they're giving you raw facts, full transparency from the heart. Middle class in 15 years is going to be wiped out. It's going to be extremely wealthy, extremely poor. Middle class is disappearing because technology, whether you like it or not, are subbing jobs and businesses. And if you don't start friggin' attacking now, your kids, your grandchildren, your legacy will never have a ticket off this friggin' island. Everyone asks me, Bobby, how did you do it? What can I do? And I keep going back to you. We are the best asset. There's only one of you on the planet. That's priceless.